That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it. 26 Mike. I got it. Two times. Three down. Check.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. 17 yards and a giant first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Ready?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ready. 10 logo. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Jalen Mills in on the stop.
It's 3rd and 7.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Hey. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Hey, Wahoo. Check, 55 to Mike. Don't say nothing.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
50. Black 20. Check 56. Come on, D. Undercrunch. Check your hot read. Watch the twist.
On first, here's Washington. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Like that. 180. Quarter. Check. Hey. Motion. Reset. Take both of them. 36. Black and third.
Washington gets it going right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. Shift. Middle. Motion. You good? Tight up. No foul.
Washington on third and short. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
56 is the mark. Push him back. Easy. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You get Hey! I-7. You get blocked, man. 56, the Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Switch.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Mike, 55. Hey, exit. 55. Here we go, G.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Orbit.
Now Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tyler Davison busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they...
There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Take both of them. Hey, Alpha. Jack 16.
56. Mike's 56. Gotta do better.
Why are they touching?
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this is Moncrief for the catch. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the toss play, this is Washington. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Heat these two.
Hey, check 24. Check
44.
Deuce. Hatchet.
Alert, alert. Hey, Charlie.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Easy.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go, dig tight. Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch the safety creep. SOS. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st down, Washington. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 4. Slam. 49, check
On second down, it's Washington. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, here's Washington. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth.
Quarter.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Go. No spacing.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go.
Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 50.
Check Mike.
Get it.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Switch. Check. Crunch. Crunch. These two. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Right back to Washington. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mike's 56. Switch up. 56 the mic.
Middle.
56 is the mic.
Y'all not ready?
Say.
Focus.
Watch twist.
On third down, Washington. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On the return, it's Tate. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Shepard. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Second down and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Gallman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Haywood.
50's the mark. Set the target.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
No spacing. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Washington on the right side toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
We own them. We own them. Get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
55, Mike.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Hey, defense.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Get him! Mike 55! Mike 55! I'm here all day.
Hey, wahoo! World!
Watch the screen!
Hey, check like what's up?
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Come on, the ball, hard.
Hey, high 7.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the flag.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike.
Hey, lock it.
Check 55, Mike. Ricky.
Topper. Now.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got three.
Hey, foxtrot.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
On first down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. This is Gallman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Gallman will run it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They come out here in the eye. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Throwing Jones. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. The final score now coming from Nashville. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get... And they're all on his own, but it'll be second down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, 2.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, 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 hey. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
77, 77.
55.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, eat.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Mike,
Double bump.
right there in the middle, 55.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Move, quick.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
50.
Mike 55, Mike.
These 2.
Hey, watch the lane.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, 22, 44.
Hey, check Mike.
Watch it.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Darius Jackson. Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you.
Alert.
55 is Mike, guys.
Go.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't want none.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Mike 55, Mike 55.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.